Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is September 30th, 2025. It is 3:52 a.m., almost 4 o'clock. So I'm in the middle of editing a video here. I'm taking a break and I hop on X to see what's going on. And my list is starting to get a bit full. I put this on the list. It's further down. So there are some tweets I would like to go over while I'm taking that break. And let's see. A couple of videos. So I'm a bit curious to see what's going on. Some of them, I hope they're not repetitive because I started the list since yesterday. Okay, I started since yesterday and I added to it. This is the last video that the video here. Not that one, the guy on the bike. So I put it last. So there are some videos, I hope they're not repetitive, like the Jeremy Vine here. So I come across some new ones. Or it could be retweets, I'm not sure. So if they all happen to be repetitive but different caption, I'll focus on the caption only. Alright, so this is the first tweet. Full discussion on the attempt to sabotage Prince Harry and King Charles' reconciliation with two callers who were both Team Harry. Quote, I'm rooting for Harry. I think William is responsible for Harry and Meghan's ills. I won't be at all surprised if he's sort of sourcing it out to the press. Just feel sorry for the pitiful Devendra commentator. Meghan made her show her idiocy. It's embarrassing. Okay. Oh my God. 6 minutes? How long is that? A minute? Okay. It's pretty long. Oh my God. I didn't know it was that long. So let's listen.
They added, the quotes attributed to him are pure invention, fed, one can only assume, by sources intent on sabotaging any reconciliation between father and son. And a source close to Harry echoed the late Princess Diana by telling the Mail on Sunday the men in grey suits should stay out. The row has apparently perplexed the king. Has the reunion been derailed? What do you think, Narinder?
Well, everything's apparently.
Yeah.
You don't know what goes
Doesn't
on
look
behind
very
the scenes.
trustworthy,
Yeah,
no.
no, I don't trust any of it. I think the king is a father. He's a dad, and he should just stop behaving like a father. And I think I would love to see, and they've had their first meeting, and to carry on in a normal, healthy father and son manner.
That's all Harry wanted, a father and son relationship. He's not working for the firm anymore. He's not a working royal. So the focus should be a meeting between father and son. The media and all this nonsense we're hearing should not even be part of this. This was the whole point. The brother wanted to kick him out, to not be part of the shenanigans of the media, to overshadow him and all of that. Oh my God, a simple meeting is making all these unnecessary noises. I can't believe these people.
I don't think Harry should want to come back to the royal family, and I don't think he wants to. I think he's very happy in California with his wife and children, away from the toxicity, but they must have a relationship. And I think William and Harry should also have that brotherly relationship. It makes me sad.
I'm surprised. I'm kind of in agreement with this woman. I don't know who she is, but I'm kind of in agreement with her. But the relationship with the brother, I agree with her, but to a certain extent. Harry cannot go and brother type of relationship, family relationship with William, because William still has not acknowledged the wrong that he has done. So until William understand and acknowledge and probably get some help for what he has done, to understand it was wrong, there's no reason for Harry to try to have a relationship with William, because William does not want to have a relationship with him. Whatever nonsense the tabloid Men in Grey Suit had put in his head, that's since he was growing up. So that's the toxicity, the craziness, the evil mind that he has. So Harry should stay away from William. And I think Harry knows that. This is why he said he wanted space.
As for his relationship with Prince William,
the relationship is space.
The relationship between the brother is space. He said that during the Oprah interview. So let's continue.
The Sun have claimed the story was carefully sourced and that Harry's team were given the full right of reply in advance of publication. So,
what I thought was quite funny is he said he thinks that story has come from sources who are intent on sabotaging a reconciliation with him and his father. And I'm thinking, yeah, they did. Your wife. That's it. That's
what?
Where the story,
that's outrageous.
That's where the story's
what?
coming from.
How do you know that for a fact?
The wife? What the hell? Where did Meghan come from in this conversation here? Is this woman, is she for real? Your wife? Did Meghan put... Okay, let me go on IG. Let me pause and see if there's anything new that Meghan put on IG. I was gonna pause, but let's just go straight to it. Meghan. Alright, so that was during his birthday. There's a music in it, so I don't want to put it for copyright. What's this? Let's pause. Oh, I didn't even see this. Okay. This season, model Especially Yourself. Love, Meghan. Did she say anything? Okay, so there's a music, so I don't wanna... I remember this. That was during the episode. So what the hell is she talking about Meghan, the wife? What is this here? Okay, a little thing called love. Let me tell you about the... What's that? Birds and the bees. And the flan. Oh my god. And the trees. And the moon up above. Okay. So, I haven't seen anything Meghan posts out there that has... Where did that woman come from with inserting Harry's wife into the conversation? What the hell is wrong with these people? Let me move it back slightly. And they so easily... This is the thing here. They want to be able to say anything about Harry and now, I guess, Meghan without any pushback. It's the pushback that really driving them nuts. I was really shocked to hear her saying that his wife. Is she making reference to Harry's wife?
Has come from sources who are intent on sabotaging a reconciliation with him and his father. And I'm thinking, yeah, they did. Your wife. That's it. That's where the story...
What the hell?
That's where the story's coming from.
How do you know that for a fact?
I'm speculating.
Misinformation.
I'm really speculating.
Speculating and putting her name into that. Meghan, stay away from this nonsense. What the hell? She's a baggage for God. Oh my God. Again, I'm gonna move it back and I hope not to interrupt it again.
He thinks that story has come from sources who are intent on sabotaging a reconciliation with him and his father. And I'm thinking, yeah, they did. Your wife. That's it. That's where the story...
That's outrageous.
That's where the story's coming from.
How do you know that for a fact?
I'm speculating.
Misinformation.
I'm really speculating.
But Meghan did accuse the royal family of racism while the Queen was alive.
I think, does she actually say they said unconscious bias? And I think...
No, it's more than that.
Okay, so...
It was telling Oprah, they were asking what colour the baby's skin was.
Wait a second.
Meghan's right, that is...
He won't be given security. He's not going to be given a title. And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
So there are several conversations.
There's a conversation with you?
With Harry.
About how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
Prince Harry confirming the allegation.
That conversation I'm never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Are they still talking about the Oprah? What the hell is wrong with these people? It's been years since the Oprah interview. These people are crazy. And I'm glad this woman said, said to the other woman, the blonde hair, where did you get this information from? But they focus on Oprah interview. That was a couple years ago. But yet they're skipping the actual thing that happened a couple weeks ago. What the hell is wrong with these people? What?
That is a very racially provocative thing to ask.
A lot of people said, well, if their kids were in a mixed marriage, they might well say, oh,
Yeah,
No, but
yeah, 100%.
quite innocent.
If you marry a ginger person, you go, oh, I wonder if they're going to come out ginger, or if they're going to come
No,
out
but
brunette.
Meghan wasn't just saying it on the back of one thing. She was saying it on the back of lots of things and the feelings she was feeling. She wasn't wrong
She
with
felt
it.
like an
That's
outsider.
her. Yes, she
Yeah.
was an outsider. She was felt it. The way the press were behaving towards her.
I think it's ginger whinge back again, doing whatever they can to stay relevant.
But they sound
and stay in the
hateful.
press.
They don't want to stay. They're not relevant. They live in California and they're still relevant. The press here is still talking about them. They can't get enough of Harry.
Because Harry can't stop
with them.
feeding them. He's constantly.
Claudia, do you know that? Do you know for a fact?
He literally says.
Didn't he just said someone is feeding it? And it's
No,
not
but
them.
Harry keeps talking to them. He's
He
saying
doesn't
it.
keep talking to
He
them.
does. It says here.
No.
Right.
Sources
making
from
things
Harry.
up. You're making
Sources,
things up.
yeah, so, well, we the sources
Oh
around
my
Harry,
God, I can't believe. Thank God this other woman in the middle is keeping common sense here. That blonde woman, baggage for God. Baggage for this guy too, whatever his name, Jeremy Vine. He's always have his stupid says.
Must be somebody near Harry, you would think, but
Very close to Harry.
So-
Well, obviously he has his spokespeople
Yeah, well,
as well.
I can see how Harry might be discomforted because this meeting suddenly sounds like someone's briefing against him or saying Harry.
That is what he said.
Yeah,
And they're briefing against it. Can you just leave us alone
Yeah.
to be bothered?
The thing about this thing of when you say, oh, it's all apparently and it's all sources and it does,
Yeah.
you know, that's what I used to say when we had all the stuff about Diana in the 90s and it was all true. All of it was
What
true.
was true?
The fact that she was upset that Charles had an affair with Camilla, that she'd had an affair
Oh.
with James.
But they
Finally, they talk about Charles and Camilla, but it's just a flyby. They're not gonna stick to it about Charles and Camilla. They're probably gonna call him and said, please do not mention Charles and Camilla and Princess Diana on your show. Because that should have been the talk. That should have been the topic while Charles reign, is the monarch. But instead, they're creating this nonsense. I hope Harry, just stop. They do not want any reconciliation. Charles is afraid of the media. A few moments of everything that Harry did while he was in the UK for a week, this is the nonsense they continue with. Oh my God. If I was Harry, that's it. This is the last time. Oh my Lord.
All of it was
But
true.
Charles wrote his
And
book.
everyone was saying this thing of, oh, it's all made up.
No, but
it
Charles
wasn't.
wrote his book as well, and everyone gets it. And Harry got in trouble for writing a book.
Yeah.
Charles wrote a book, and actually slated his own mum for
But if
not
you, had
being
a
motherly
if you
enough.
were in the lift here with Harry and you had a conversation, would you trust him not to put it in his next book?
But
No way.
But I wouldn't trust King then. I wouldn't trust the King either. And I wouldn't
Oh,
trust
the King
William
was
either.
fine.
I wouldn't trust
And
the king, who is famously
He wrote
discreet.
a book
Famously discreet.
and then slated his own mother for not
Isn't
being
it a bit
motherly.
different? Isn't it different?
Well, that's different
Hang on.
A
though.
little bit different, saying that your mother, the Queen,
Yes.
head of state, one of the most famous person in the world, is not very maternal, versus what Harry's done.
Oh, so that's different.
Yes.
Oh, so that's
Okay.
different.
Okay,
So
okay.
Harry
Let's
is
go-
not allowed to.
Saying your mum
That
isn't
is so
Hang on. Let's get a
That comparison is so freaking ridiculous because it is exactly the same thing. Because what what the Queen is to Charles is exactly what Charles is to Harry. Okay, father to Harry, and the Queen is mother to Charles. So, and then Harry didn't even say anything negative. He just explained his side of the story, and he is alive. Everybody, well, besides the Queen and Prince Philip, the majority of the people he made reference to are alive. Why don't they call him to court? And you have these people spinning things. All right, let's finish with this. This is exactly what they wanted, for people to talk this nonsense and distract people from real issue, what's going on.
Glennis in Bristol. What do you think is going on here?
I think the media is playing games around the palace and all that's going on.
Are you hoping they reconcile?
I hope that they will, and I'm sure that they will. King Charles is an emotional man that hides his feelings. He has to. He's a king. And Prince Harry is crying inside. And I think that they are both recognising each other's issues. And I think sooner or later, they will get round the table and they will reconcile.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. What a nice message. Caroline with a K in Essex. Hello.
Hello.
Are you with a K?
I am with a K and I'm rooting for Harry.
Okay, with an H, yeah. So what's made you take Harry's... you basically want Harry and the King to be friends again, do you?
I most certainly do, and I think William is very much responsible for Harry and Meghan's ills.
There is a very strong argument.
Prince of Wales.
I think you might be right.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if he is sort of sorting it out to the press.
Yeah, I think what happened, I've always thought this, is that when Meghan and Harry got married, it was such a wonderful day for the whole nation. We all kind of fell in love with them. I think that William and Kate started briefing against them. I really do.
William and Kate.
And I think it went out of control. It went out of control.
Meghan is so articulate.
Okay, so now he's saying exactly what someone and his show had said during that time. I have it, where this lady was saying William and Kate, exactly what Jeremy Vine just said here, and he said no. Okay, this is the clip here.
Is that the case?
No, absolutely not. No, I mean, and if we're talking about why this whole, Harry Meghan thing started, it started because several years ago, if you cast your mind back, the Queen was and always will be the most popular royal, but second to that was Harry. It wasn't William and Kate. It was not William and Kate. And when Harry and Meghan became such a popular couple, it put everybody's noses out of joint. The establishment wanted to retain the monarchy as it was, to boost William and Kate, and the media, the Daily Mail and the Telegraph in particular, fed those lines.
Well, I agree with everything until you said the last bit. I think that somebody in the palace decided to take them down a peg or two, and it went too far. Absolutely. But it's all history now, isn't it?
No, it's not history, because, for instance, if you take the media on, as Dawn will know, you
never win.
If you never win, but the media will always be at war with you, and the Daily Mail does everything drip, 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 poison.
And it's not like Harry and Meghan never use the media, of course. I mean, that Oprah Winfrey
if you were in that position, you would fight back too. You would absolutely fight back too.
I wouldn't.
I think that William and Kate started briefing against them. I really do.
William and Kate.
And I think it went out of control. It went out of control.
I think that somebody in the palace decided to take them down a peg or two, and it went too far.
Okay, so he kept his same narrative. He didn't change. He pretty much saying the same thing as the old recording that I have of him. So yeah, he's still saying the same thing. My bad. But since I mentioned it, let me just share it with you anyway. All right, so let's finish with that.
Yeah, you don't think that's true?
You've been got to. It's like tin hat theory for me. He's talking about the men in grey suits.
He didn't say that, actually.
He did?
Well,
Diana said
his
that.
friend, yeah.
Diana.
Oh my God! This lady in the and blonde is so eager to blame Harry. She doesn't even know where she's getting her things from. I'm telling you, that woman in the middle is God sent, because she's the only one who's making sense here.
Mr. Harry has said that phrase, which Diana also used. That's true.
So Meghan.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Meghan's got time for...
Meghan's PR.
Meghan's living rent-free in your mind.
No.
I'm telling you, Meghan is in this woman's mind completely. What the hell? She really wants to drag Meghan into this nonsense that's going on here. Oh Lord, baggage forgot again.
I don't get. She only really lives in my head when I see stories like this, and I'm like, oh, here she goes again. And she's very good at it.
Okay.
What the hell?
And everything else, including whether it's all right to shout. Come on.
She's crazy. Oh my God, Meghan is living rent free in your head. Okay, let's see here. Oh my God, that was long. Meghan truly brings out the sexy old and political commentators, including this Meghan Deranger, Claudia Heron. She seriously unearthed the most idiotic theory to fit this media-made caricature of Duchess Meghan Sussex. She seems to be suggesting that Meghan briefed to The Sun, a newspaper she, by the way, has refused to interact with and which her husband sued, and that Meghan, instead of Harry, then issued a statement to correct the story she briefed. I'm telling you, that's definitely a clown. Honestly, the way that Meghan makes apparently educated women regress and intellect needs to be studied. That is true. What the hell? Anyway, let's listen to that part. I think we already hear it from the 6-minute part, but let's listen to it again.
So,
what I thought was quite funny is he said he thinks that story has come from sources who are intent on sabotaging a reconciliation with him and his father. And I'm thinking, yeah, they did. Your wife. That's it. That's where the story.
That's outrageous.
That's where the story is coming from.
How do you know that for a fact?
I'm speculating.
Misinformation.
I'm really speculating.
Meghan is so articulate. She was talking so passionately.
Yeah, you don't think that's true?
You've been got to. It's like tin hat theory for me. He's talking about the men in grey suits.
He didn't say that, actually.
He did?
No, Diana said
his
that.
friend, yeah.
Diana.
No, hang on. Someone close to Harry has said a phrase, that phrase, which Diana also used. That's true.
So Meghan.
Yeah, well, I don't
What
know
the
if Meghan's
PR, Meghan's PR.
Megan's living rent-free in your mind.
No.
She's really not, honestly. I don't get. She only really lives in my head when I see stories like this, and I'm like, oh, here she goes again. I mean, she's very good at it.
Okay.
What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god, that woman, Meghan, is trying to stay away from the shenanigans from the UK, and this woman out of nowhere dragging Meghan in. Let's see here. NGL, she made me so angry, especially knowing she's gonna get paid for her BS. I just think she's discredited herself. She looked desperately vindictive to me. She's hurting. Meghan really is in her mind. Jesus, when will they stop abusing Meghan without any evidence at all and absurd as she sued all of the tab? Quote, come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Why? What the F is this effing ugly bee and pink? I'm telling you, she got in my nerve too. That face of hers is Botox. Is Botox the hilt? It's a wonder she can move her lips at all. Why do white, that's the B word, all look like this? So a black woman is leaking to a racist tabloid like The Sun that's owned by Rupert Murdoch. Do these people even hear themselves? Never heard of that wannabe with the chef de ville vocabulary. Narendra is on point. Meg lives rent-free in her head. She is truly. Alright, let's go back. Alright, back to the original tweet. I don't know who the blonde bamboo is, but she is accusing Meghan of leaking with zero evidence. Everyone who has been listening knows that Meghan has been encouraging Harry to make peace with his father. Her words to Harry were, I lost my father, do everything not to lose yours. Where do they keep finding these derangers who blame Meghan for all the world's ills? Who is that stupid woman in the pink dress thinking that Meghan, who has sued the press and won't step foot in the UK, is briefing the British media? Said that you get paid to spout madness on TV. God, that Narendra is shouty as well. That blonde sounds like a Deranger gang leader here. I don't know. She out of nowhere bringing Meghan. Oh, I'm just speculating. Thank God the lady in the middle questioned her. Where did you get this from? I'm just speculating. I don't know. Can Meghan sue her ass out as an example? My God, who the nasty blonde be in the panel? The bleached blonde woman. I'm laughing because of what the Texas representative, what's her name again? Jasmine Crockett had said. Bleached blonde, bed built, butch body. That's what crossed my mind when I read that. But anyway. The bleached blonde woman is incredibly inarticulate. Val seems to be a tad bit embarrassed with her ramblings. No, Jeremy, Meghan did not hear the conversation about how dark their child will be. Harry had that conversation with member of his family. Why do you always deflect that part of the interview? Alright, there's more comment. Let's move on. I have a feeling I'm gonna have part different part here because I'm only on the first tweet and I'm almost 20 minutes. Next tweet, I'm already 22 minutes. Alright, maybe I'll keep all the Jeremy Vine video and this recording. Maybe later on I'll do more recording. Prince Harry went to London for a humanitarian visit, from which his charities benefited greatly. Charities patroned by Camilla and the Wells are shutting down. Willie is enraged because he hasn't accomplished a thing in his 43 years. Shame on UK media for enabling this lazy narcissist. Okay, 17 seconds only.
Williams launched something this week. God only knows what it was. I wasn't watching. Yeah. No one's noticed anything Williams done this week. No, because Harry was dropped a load of cash on some teenagers.
No, look, where was the news story? It was Harry.
Yeah.
On this occasion,
Williams.
Well, I guess he was trying to overshadow Harry, but he can never overshadow Harry. It is so backfiring. Willie Boy acts more paranoid than what he accused his own mother of being. He's afraid that even as the future king, his little brother will take his shine, or lack thereof, as well as his daddy away from him. GMAF. Give me a effing break. There's the heart here. OMG. Kate wastes like a child. They're still trying to be shady by saying Harry dropped a load of cash on some teenagers. No, that would be Randy Andy paying off a 12 million settlement to the underage woman he snagged and then they kill her. Harry donated to charity focusing on youth. That's a very good point. Alright. I heard him say it, but it didn't cross my mind to raise that point. I'm glad that I came across that comment. Alright, next tweet. I see Jeremy Vine as well. Okay, let's pause. Meghan is living rent-free in your head. Okay, Meghan truly bring out the 6-year-old and political commentator, including this woman, Deranger Claudia Hearns. She seriously unearthed the most idiotic theory to fit this media-made caricature of Duchess Meghan Sussex. Okay, I think that's the thing that I read already. Yeah, I read that already. So she put it out and I happened to come across it again. Alright, next tweet. This is Tom Sykes and this guy here. Let's pause. Who could it possibly be? 22 seconds.
The prospects of peace. Will it be successful? You know,
who would have an interest in wrecking?
Who could you possibly be thinking of, Tom? I can't imagine anyone whose name begins with W who might have an interest in reconciliation.
So naive as well.
The prospect.
I'm watching this. I just can't believe these people. I really can't. They buy all those medias. Any media that popped up and it's prosper and people are gravitating toward those, whatever media it might be. Could be a social media page, an app, or a news, or a TV, or a radio. Anything that is there for media and put information out there, these people quickly buy it, flood it with money and purchase it. And this is the BS that they're talking about. Nonsense. Completely nonsense. Yes, many of you might say, oh, you're talking about it, but I'm in a different aspect of things. I'm not a major media outlet to be talking about, and there are times I bring important things. And let's not forget as well, YouTube prevent, well, at least me, I know I came across the thing where they say you're not supposed to talk about what's going on in the Middle East, kids dying and things like that. So they buy all those medias and then to just talk BS. All of this that I'm showing you, it's meaningless. God, I can't stand these men. They know full well and they just laugh it off, idiots. I especially dislike Royston. I think that's him who's Royston. Oh, there's more. Okay, let's put it. Why him in particular? I don't know. It's an uneasiness. Him and Tom Bauer. This guy, I remember when I first started looking into Harry and Meghan. At least the way that I see it. I'm not saying this is exactly how it is, but from my point of view, it seems like he was part of the conversation with the squad and things like that. And then one day he wrote an article. Maybe he had written other articles prior to that, but I came across the article. And some of the squad is mentioning it. And then ever since, I've been, side-eyeing him. Right, him and Tom Bauer. Oh, Tom Bauer, forget it. Tom Bauer, forget it. They also knew the Sun basically bait Harry by releasing the first article. 22 seconds.
To me, it was very obvious that the Sun story was a bit of bait. It was like they were prodding him, and he did exactly what they wanted and reacted. And it was like almost like they had the next stage of the trap in place, which was then to say, well, this just shows he can't be trusted. And
there was a conversation that went on in one of those tweets. I'm not sure if I shared it in a video, but one of the squad were saying something similar to what this guy is saying here, that Harry sort of caught them by asking certain question, and then they're like, okay, so Harry must know who is the leaker is in the palace in the UK. So now they're taking the narrative of the squad and making it seems like it's them who caught on Harry. I'm telling you, these people are freaking ridiculous. But anyway, oh my God, the waste of time of doing these shenanigans, and they're getting millions for talking nonsense. I don't know. If I was Harry, okay, forget about his family. Just forget it, because it's just so freaking unnecessary. Unnecessary BS that they made out of what was it, 50 minutes sitting down with his father, and then they create this nonsense. I can't believe these people. There's two comments under it here. They are calling it bait now because he put out a statement. If he had not, they would have said that they were telling the truth. Oh, 100%, in the words of Richard Eden. Well, okay, I guess it's just, well, why the apostrophe? Well, they didn't deny it. That this here, they did, and this was never denied by Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan, okay, just like Meghan, just ignore them. All of this is to cover their own ASS, because Egg and company are catching heat. Information was passed. They printed it thinking the public was going to go after Harry, something they always do. But what didn't count on Harry hitting back and essentially calling Egg and company out. Oh my God, unnecessary BS. Alright, let's read some more. And okay, I don't know. Okay, I thought that was a video of him, but it's a GIF. Alright, did Voice-On say he, quote, can't think of anyone whose name began with W. See how even they know it's William. They're dropping William in it. They've hinted at it all along that all this mess with Harry is linked to William. William doesn't want him back because he's afraid Harry will actually spill everything. One of them is dying to tell. My Lord, are these grown-ass men supposed to be taken seriously? Thank you. I'm like, after I listened to the video, I'm like, I can't believe these people. What I see are two shit-stirring predator fish wives with nothing better to do. I can't listen to them. They make me sick with their disingenuousness. Why is this funny to either of them? Disgusting parasite. It's not funny to joke about serious issues, knowing full well who it is. This is the kind of gladiator thing these people are turning this into. Oh my God. Next tweet. So this is Royal Suitor. You know what? I'm gonna stop here because I'm 30 minutes. I want to keep the video 30 minutes only. Alright, maybe later on I'll continue my next video with this. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And the prayer for this is baggage for God. Do what you gotta do to stop this madness that's going on around the world.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.